Hello everyone, how are you? Today we are going to discuss about the new topic. As we discussed in previous uh, topic or previous video about how to set drawing unit in AutoCAD software, how to set drawing limit in AutoCAD software, and how to zoom it. As well as we learn about how to set graphical window in GUI, graphical user interface. So on that portion we have learned all these things. Now we have the different portion, that is coordinate system. So coordinate system is playing very significant role in AutoCAD software. As we were discussing in the previous video about the setup of AutoCAD and all these things. Now in this video we will discuss about the Cartesian coordinate system as well as polar coordinate system. So these are the coordinate system of AutoCAD software. Mathematically we are using this one. The same thing we are using here in AutoCAD software. There is very important role playing this coordinate system in mechanical student, for mechanical student as well as civil student. So how important this uh, coordinate system for a mechanical student? First of all we have to know this one. So the most important part this coordinate system for mechanical student is that whenever they go for manufacturing process for automatic machining, they go for CNC machine or DNC machine. They have to learn about programming. Without programming they cannot make their program. So how we will prepare program? We will prepare program with the help of some alphanumerical codes. These alphanumerical codes consist with three basic elements. These three basic elements are, the first one is G code and second one is M code. So M code is called miscellaneous code and G code is called preparatory code. And third element is coordinate system. With the help of these three elements we prepare coordinate, that is NC code. Now we will discuss about each and every portion one by one. Let's discuss about civil student, where they will use this one, because this video is not only for mechanical student but also for civil as well as electrical student. Now for civil student, when they go for STAAD Pro, the STAAD Pro is one of the best CAE software. Here we learn about how to define load in the specific software. We can find shear force, we can find bending moment diagram, we can find reaction force, we can find axial force in the particular vertical beam and many more. As we all know that there are various types of loads are important for civil engineer, that is live load, dead load, seismic load, wind load, as well as snow load, and other loads are also important for them. But where they will go for find the coordinate for the each and every node, so that time they have to learn about the coordinate system. So the coordinate system whatever we are learning today in AutoCAD, that one we will use on STAAD Pro for civil student, as well as when they go for layout their plan, that time they have to know about where there should be columns on the particular plot on the layout. So there they have to know about this one. As a mechanical student they have to know about coordinate system for machining as well as in AutoCAD software. So you will get two benefits with this tutorial. Let's start first of all AutoCAD software, and on AutoCAD software we will discuss about this coordinate system. So first of all we will check this one, double click. Now we see that this AutoCAD software will open. We can see. So the manufacturer of AutoCAD is Autodesk. This company is situated in the USA, and it is a very big brand for softwares, not only AutoCAD but also 3ds Max, Revit, Maya, and many more softwares has been developed by Autodesk. Now we see, we are going to start from here. I am going to select start drawing. So this is the graphical window. As previous video we had done, I am quickly setting drawing unit. Yes, now drawing limits. Those students who did not see the previous video, they can take benefit with this one also. So press lower left corner, upper right corner, it should be suppose 500 comma 500, Z enter. Yes. Now we were talking about coordinate system. So first we will discuss about Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, so what is Cartesian coordinate system and how many types of Cartesian coordinate system? Under Cartesian coordinate system, which types of dimension we use? So generally, first we will I'm going to give some text so that it will be easy or beneficial to understand the things. Okay. Now I'm going to increase the text height. Suppose it should be 10. Yes. Suppose 6. Okay. Now the first one is Cartesian and then second one is tester. So we can see we have first Cartesian coordinate system and second one is polar coordinate system. So under Cartesian coordinate system we use two types of dimension. The first one is absolute dimension and second one is polar dimension. Okay, the first one is absolute and second one is polar. So you can write it down. I'm going to select the text again. Yes, it should be suppose 4. Yes. So it is absolute dimension and incremental. So we will use absolute dimension as well as incremental dimension. So where we will use, so these both will use for Cartesian coordinate system and polar is individual for themselves. Now we can think about absolute dimension. Where will we use absolute dimension? So as I told you that under Cartesian coordinate system we use absolute dimension and incremental dimension, and polar dimension is separate. Now the definition we can say What is absolute dimension? So absolute dimension is that dimension in which origin will exist in its a specific position. Origin will not change. So that is called absolute dimension. That means if we will draw some diagram or we draw some drawing in this graphical window with the help of absolute dimension, so it will start from the starting point of UCS. We see that we have UCS system. This is called UCS. So it will start from UCS system, and we see that in this graphical window we have only one UCS system, so that the axis will fix in absolute dimension. So now let's make a program. Before this I'm going to take I'm going to draw a rectangle. So we can see I have a rectangle. Suppose the dimension of this rectangle should be 200 and width should be 120. Press enter. You see we have a rectangle. The length of this rectangle is 200 and this one is 120. Let's see. I will show you the dimension of this one. Click this one, first point and second point, and then drag and drop. Now again select here first point and second point, drag and drop. Many times such types of issue occurs with the student that they take the dimension but the dimension is not visible. As we will zoom so that we see. Okay. To sort out this problem we have one command, that is dim scale. Whenever such types of problem occurs with you, you can use dim scale. So we will type dim scale. Yes. Now enter the new value for dim scale. What should be the new value to see this dimension in a proper way? So that I am going to put it, suppose 50 times I am going to increase the size of the existing one. Now again go to dimension. There is option for update. Click here and select this dimension, press enter. You see now we are able to see this dimension because it has been increased with the help of dim scale. So you have to remember this one whenever such types of problem will come with you. So that time you have to sort it out with the help of command tool, that is dim scale. You have to type dim scale and then you have to update this one. How many times you want to increase the size of the text, you have to put it and then you can proceed. Now I'm going to update this one also. Right click and then repeat update. Select this one, enter. You see one thing we have to know, at the starting when we were setting drawing unit, that time we had taken only 2 decimal points, but by default we have 4 decimal points. How is this? How will sort it out? For this one again we need to select this one, pull down menu, dimension. There is option dimension scale, dimension style. Now we can see that under this dimension style management or manager, we just click here on modify. You see that we have primary unit. So this is also very important, this tool, because suppose you have done some work in metric form, but later you got that okay, I have to change the dimension, I need to convert this dimension into inch or feet. So that time you can also do that with the help of this one. Now I am not going to change the decimal to engineering, I am going to change this decimal point. I am only taking 2 decimal points in this, and then press OK and then set it close. And now I am going to update this one, dimension, update, select both dimension and enter. Now we can see we have 2 decimal points. So this is how to set dimension in this drawing. Now let's learn about how to create coordinate of this rectangle with the help of absolute coordinate, absolute dimension. So for this, suppose I have to make this program under here. So that first we'll click here and then go to text. There is option single line text. I'm going to select this one, pick this point. Now what should be the height? So height I'm going to take this one, suppose 5 should be height of this one. how much rotation angle you want to use in this text. I'm saying that it should be 0. Press enter. Now first of all, whenever we will find the coordinate, and whenever we will write the coordinate of any diagram, so that you have to know that which one you want to use. Either you are using absolute dimension or incremental dimension. For absolute dimension, what we have to do, as I told you, that the origin will be fixed. Suppose I am going to take this one as a origin, this one as a origin. For this one also we have to know one thing, that is what? Axis system. Let's draw some line here. Okay, I'm going to select this one. Yes. Suppose I am saying that this one is axis system. Okay, x positive, x negative, y positive, y negative. Okay, suppose I am making this one for make you understand in a proper way. Okay, so select this one, and yes, now suppose I am going to drag this one and drop this one at this corner. So what we will see? You see, when we do that, so we will find, suppose this is the axis system. So here is x axis, y axis, x negative, y negative, so that this one is existing in first coordinate system. So as we all know, sorry, as we all know that the first coordinate system is that coordinate system in which the value of both dimension, x axis or y axis dimension, will be positive. When we use second coordinate system, here x will be negative, y will be positive. When we use third coordinate system, here we will know that the x will be negative, y also will be negative. Here x will be positive, y will be negative. Now as we know that we are using this one as a axis, so that whole dimension value will be positive. But if you want to change this one, I am saying that this one should be here. So suppose select here and move from here. I am going to place here. Now we see that we have this axis system, and this model is existing in second coordinate system. So that second coordinate system, that means x axis will be negative, y will be positive. Similarly, suppose I am using this one, and this one should be here. This one will be axis, that means all dimension will be negative, x axis, y axis dimension value will be negative. So I hope this one is completely has been clear. So that let's how to learn to how to find the coordinates of this one from first coordinate system. For this I have to move this one here. Yes. Now I am going to write the program or write the coordinate of this rectangle with the help of absolute coordinate system. So see, pick this point. Okay, suppose height should be 10, rotation angle should be 0 for this text. Now whenever we will use absolute coordinate system, first of all we have to press L enter for line command. Now we will press 0, 0. Why 0, 0? Because this is the origin, and from this origin we are going to take the dimension of each and every point. You see that how many vertex in this rectangle? We have 1 vertex, 2, 3 and 4 vertex. That means there would be 4 coordinates of this rectangle. So I am starting from here. Now we see, when we start from this point to this point, so we see that this line is traveling from this point to this point, and distance is 200. So we will take 200 in x axis, 200 comma y will be 0. Okay, because we see that we are going to find the coordinate of this vertex. So here there is no y direction, that this is the x direction. So we will take x 200, y 0. Now we have to find the coordinate of this point. So again we think about the base point. So this is, Again we have to think that in x direction how much and y direction how much. So for x direction and y direction we see that in x direction 200 and y direction 120. So what will be the next coordinate? 200 comma 120. Okay, now we have to think about this vertex. For this vertex, how much x? You see, we are here or somewhere here, straight line of the y-axis. So x will be 0. Why? Because this is the origin, and from the origin, x, if we will move to the vertical direction, it will be 0 in x, and y whatever value will be according to that we will take. Press enter. For this point, what should be the dimension? Its dimension should be x will be 0 comma y how much? Still we have 200 120. Press enter. Yes, at the last 0 comma 0. So this is how to use absolute dimension in Cartesian coordinate system. Now we will do the same thing, okay, and we see that whatever dimension we had taken, is it good or bad? Okay, so let's try. Okay, what we will do, according to this coordinate we will take. Okay, so what we have to do, press L enter. Yes, 0 comma 0. Yes, you see that as we press 0 comma 0, this line is going to start to draw from its origin. We did not move the cursor. I am just showing for that I am moving cursor, but we see that we have started from L enter and 0 comma 0 as I had pressed, so that it is starting from its origin. Now next, what is the coordinate? You can see that I am not going to touch even this mouse. Okay, x direction 200, y will be 0. Press 200 comma 0. Yes, after travel 200 distance, automatically it has been broken. Okay, line has been broken. Now it's going to turn in y direction. Okay, what is the next coordinate for the next vertex? 200 comma 120. Press enter. Yes, again it has been broken. Now again we will take the next dimension. X will be 0 comma y will be 120. Yes, and at the last is 0 comma 0. So this is how to create, how to learn about the absolute dimension. You can see we have discussed about the absolute coordinate system. I have written this coordinate of this rectangle. Okay, means this is the program of absolute dimension, and practically we have done this. Means practically I had put there in this UCS system, so that this is the practical how to use absolute dimension. Let's do about incremental dimension. Okay, for incremental dimension, this is the incremental dimension. For incremental dimension we have to know the definition. Okay, so definition of incremental is what? Incremental, first of all we have to know, here we are as a human being, as I had given to you this the statement, according that you get understand. Okay, and the same thing you have learned in your class 10, 9, 7, you have very well learned about your mathematics. So that the same thing is here I am using. Okay, so that the thing is this, as a human being, as I had given to you statement, according to that you had understand. Okay, you got understand. Now I am saying that about we are the human being, but is this software is human being? No, it has been prepared by human being. That means whenever any software we use, so that this software has been prepared by the numbers of programming language like C, C++, .NET, Java and many more programming language you use for prepare a software. So that we have to give some sign to the AutoCAD software, so that AutoCAD software will understand that my user is going to use which coordinate system. Either he is using absolute coordinate system or incremental dimension. So that for incremental dimension we have to make understand to this system. For that we have to put at the rate. How will bring in the command bar? So that we have to put shift plus 2. We'll write shift plus 2 press button as we will press, so that will comes in this screen. I will show you. Okay, I'm going to press L enter. Okay, now shift plus 2, we see there is in this command bar. So this is how to use for a specify incremental coordinate system. We have to give some symbols so that AutoCAD software will understand that my user is going to use incremental dimension. Let's let's draw the same so I'm not going to draw the different diagram. There is the same diagram. Okay, I'm going to create the coordinate system of this diagram with the help of incremental dimension. Okay, how to use? First, go to draw, select text. I will show you. First, I'm going to take some text. So suppose height should be, suppose I'm taking 12. It should be 0. Yes. Now first press L enter. Okay, and then one more thing we have to know about incremental dimension, that if we have number of vertex, suppose we have how many vertex in this rectangle? 1 2 3 4. We have 4 vertex. That means there would be 4 individual axis system in incremental dimension. But in absolute dimension, what we were doing? We were taking one point as a base point, and we were taking the dimension of each and every vertex reference to the base origin. Here the scenario will change. Suppose I have to find the coordinate of this point, so we have to think about the previous one. So this is the previous one. Suppose I have to find the coordinate of this vertex, so we have to think about the previous one. Suppose we have to take the dimension of this vertex, so we have to think about the previous axis. From this axis we have to know that in x direction how much and y direction how much. Okay, the same thing we will use. So that I'm going to start from this point. So first of all, shift plus 2 as we will press, at the rate will comes in the screen. Now in x direction how much? 200. Okay, now comma, y direction 0. Okay, I'm taking the dimension of this point. I have started from this point. Okay, so this one is, now press enter button. For this vertex, the previous one of this one is this one. Now from here we will consider in x direction how much and y direction how much. Again we use shift plus 2 at the rate is here. Now what will be? It will be x will be 0 comma y will be 120. Now again press enter button. For this vertex we have to go for previous one. So this is the previous vertex, so that we will start from this one, so that we see that this one is traveling in x negative direction. Okay, so that shift plus 2 again I will press. Means as many times you will use incremental dimension, you will take the dimension in incremental, that many times you have to put at the rate. Okay, now x will be minus 200 comma y will be 0. Okay, so this is the program of incremental coordinate system. Now for this vertex you have to think about this one. Now again shift plus 2, x will be 0 comma y will be minus 120. So this is the coordinate of this rectangle in incremental dimension. Okay, so how to draw this diagram with this incremental system? Let's see. First I'll enter. Now we don't use 0 comma 0. Okay, why? Because 0 comma 0 we will use in incremental dimension. In polar dimension we have to left click in the graphical window where you want to start. I am saying that I have to start from this point, so we'll click here, left click. Okay, now don't need to touch this mouse. Okay, I'm going to press shift plus 2 at the rate. In x direction how much? 200 comma, this is x axis, y axis will be 0. See, now again shift plus 2 at the rate. In x direction will be 0 Okay, again shift plus 2. Okay, 0 less than how much? 120. Yes. Now again shift plus 2 at the rate in x direction, how much? It will be minus 200 comma 0. Enter. Now again shift plus 2 at the rate, x will be 0 and y will be minus 120. See, this is how to use incremental dimension. So this program for this one for incremental dimension and this one for absolute dimension. Now next one is polar dimension. Okay, so this is the program of this, the coordinate of absolute dimension, this the coordinate of incremental dimension. I want to suggest you that at least 3 to 4 diagram you should take as the reference, and then you have to repeat the things how to use absolute and incremental. You must do practice in your AutoCAD software, or you can manually, you can do that with the help of paper and pen and paper. So it, when you will get understand that okay, now I am able to find the coordinate and I am able to make the coordinate of any diagram, so that after that that would be good for you. So that is my personal suggestion to all of you. Let's discuss about incremental dimension, polar dimension, sorry, polar. Okay, so polar dimension, what we do for polar dimension, as I told you that we are, as a human being, we understand that this is absolute dimension, this is incremental dimension. For polar dimension we have to make understand to the AutoCAD software that this is the polar coordinate system. For polar coordinate system, for condition, I am going to provide some symbols to you, so that whenever you have to define the radius, so that you will take shift plus 2 at the rate will comes in the screen, and when you will have to define the value of theta, that time you will take less than, so that software will understand that my user is going to use polar coordinate system. Let's do it. So this is the polar coordinate system. Okay, how to make program, first we have to learn. I am not changing the diagram will be same. 200 by 120 is the dimension of this rectangle. Okay, so what do we do? First I am going to select this one for text. Okay, now suppose I am taking, increasing the height of text 15 and this one should be 0. Now L enter first. Okay, shift plus 2, I am going to write it so that maybe many of you are not getting understand, so that it will be beneficial for you to get understand in the proper way. Shift SHIFT, shift, and then press 2, this button 2, this one, so at the rate will come. Yes. Now shift, you don't need to type shift, you have to select shift button and then less than this sign, so that we will find the value of theta. Okay, now means I can say that angle, we have to find the coordinate of this rectangle with the help of polar coordinate system. This is the format I am using. I am taking the same diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram. Yes, and let's make the program of this one. One thing, when we use polar coordinate system, so we don't need to take the sign, because we are taking angle. Okay, now yes, first I'll enter and then shift plus 2 press at the rate comes in the screen. Now in x direction, as I told you, this one is 200, this one is 120. If you have doubt, so that you can see the dimension from here. Yes, what is the dimension? I am going to start from the same point. Okay, so the dimension is radius, or we can length, we can say that here it will be radius, or we can say that length. So that the dimension is 200, less than, shift plus this sign, angle, how much? 0 degree. This. Now for this point, from here to here, we see that this line is traveling in y direction, so we don't need to think about y direction or x direction, we just give the dimension and specify the angle. From here to here, we will take shift plus 2 at the rate, and then 120 is the length, and angle will be 90 degree. Don't need to put the sign of degree. Now shift plus 2 at the rate, dimension will be 200 less than how much? 180 degree. Yes. Next one will be, yes, dimension will be 120, angle will be 270. So this is how to use polar coordinate. This is the polar coordinate. Let's draw the rectangle with the help of this coordinate. First, I'll enter. I'm going to start from this point. Yes. Shift plus 2 at the rate, we see that here in the command bar. Now length how much? 200 less than how much? 0 degree. Again shift plus 2 at the rate, distance is 200, angle is 90 degree. You see why this one is here. We have to see some options are by default on, so that we have to modify this one. Okay, so that's why such types of symbols, that's why this one is not going to form in a proper way.